Welcome to another edition of Flick Fanatics. We're going to review
Spectre.
Just in time for Halloween. Spectre, spooky.
I was going to make all those jokes.
So yeah. Fourth Daniel Craig film, Spectre, directed by Sam Mendes. He directed Skyfall, the last film, did not direct the previous ones. American Beauty, before that, way before that. Road to Perdition, way before that.
He's a good director.
Yeah, great director. It's kind of windy. You might be picking this up on the mic. It's raining out. You know, it's like 1 something in the morning. We saw it in IMAX. What'd you guys think? Start with Forrest.
Well, I didn't see the last two, so I was a little confused because I know apparently a lot of the story is based on what happened in the last few. Right? Am I getting that right? I like the beginning. I got into it. I love first scenes of these Bond movies. They're usually pretty cool. That first long take right off the bat was pretty great. I mean, and the Mexico City scene was awesome, you know. But it kind of lost me after a while. I don't know. I guess my biggest issue was it just felt kind of slow. The action scenes were great, but there was a lot of things where it was just kind of moving along, and I don't know. It didn't really keep me engaged in the movie. I found myself getting out of it a lot and kind of thinking, where's this going? You know, what are we doing? The only people who know what's going on are the characters. I don't know. I could use a little more engagement to it. But I still liked it. It was fun.
I've seen every Bond film to date. Hashtag brag. No. So yeah, I've seen every Bond film. I have a big Bond our family likes the Bond movies a lot. We were Bond head. We watched all of them as a kid, like the older ones, and our uncle's a big Bond fan. He got us kind of into it. Going in, I was excited. I agree with Forrest. There's some narrative problems. It doesn't have like a sole identity as some of the other Bonds have, like a conflict that's clear to people right off the bat. A lot of jumping around locations, which is kind of normal for the spy genre. Its story starts to form, it just takes a long time. It's a little long in the tooth. That's my con. But my pros are plentiful. I thought Craig was suave but stern. I thought he did a great job as Bond. I thought the action was really cool. A lot of cool opening scene. There's a few middle scene action pieces, and the ending has some really awesome just stunts, and you just marvel. You know, they fly like a plane through a house. It's just like so cool to think about. Like, wow, they really flew a plane like through a house. And the music I thought was really cool. I liked it a lot. Cinematography is gorgeous. Like we said, Sam Mendes is awesome. Yeah,
I was going into this one pretty excited. I've seen a lot of Bond films. Like Daniel Craig, so I was like, bring it on kind of thing. Sam Mendes coming back, that's cool. And I liked it. I had a fun time. I didn't love it. I was honestly a little let down by this movie simply because it wasn't that I was expecting more. It wasn't that I was expecting anything different. It was just that, like you guys kind of touched on, a little bit of the storytelling. It seemed super, just kind of straight shot. But then it was like, it's kind of acting like a straight shot. Like we gotta go to point A to point B, and this thing happened, and then there. But then at the same time, after a while, I was wondering why. What are we doing? Like, what's the point?
It's like a little jumbled narrative.
Yeah, it's a little jumbled, and the action was fun. It gets you that first bit is so cool. There's a chase scene. There's a high energy. So it got me built up, and then the theme song comes in, and then they lost me like there. I was like, you had Adele doing it before.
The credits.
Yeah,
Okay.
the song. Yeah, not the
not the classic beat.
So I was like, okay, and then it got super awkward. It was like almost like I was uncomfortable because I seen Daniel Craig like and then like these girls like put their hands on him.
Yeah,
and like
to
that.
clarify, yeah, the opening credits always have like a sequence. This one was really sexual, like more so than maybe past ones.
And then so then I see Daniel Craig's one of the producers, and I'm like, he wanted that, you know, like. But I had a fun time. I feel like honestly the James Bond character is a little not. They gotta change him a little bit to be modern. Touch him up a little bit. He doesn't need to be such a sex icon. I don't think he needs to kind of have a girl every movie. And I know that might piss people off, but I mean,
It's been a guy.
yeah.
Gay Bond. Let's do it.
Gay Bond, all right. So I mean, I enjoyed it. Kind of like you guys said, I like the action. I didn't love it though. So
Yeah, I wanted to say one last quick thing that I just remembered. The Dave Bautista was awesome as like a henchman. You got like the classics like Jaws from the old films, Odd Job. He, I think, will be a staple. You don't even know his name. That's what's awesome. Is he's kind of just this dude that shows up and he means business and he only says one word the whole movie.
That's true.
And
true.
he
I like that a lot.
This is the thing I want to say. He was more menacing than Waltz. And that, I think, in itself is kind of a problem. There's been a ton of Bond. I mean, this is the 24th Bond. Ton of villains. Some are better than others. Obviously, there's a lot of forgettable ones. Unfortunately, I think Waltz will kind of... He showed up and he did his lines and he did a good job. Like, he was menacing in certain parts, but following the act of Javier from the last one, from Skyfall, and the guy from Casino Royale even, you're gonna remember them more so, I think, than Waltz, and you're gonna remember Batista from this movie more so than Waltz. I think at this point maybe they are making it just for those, as crazy as it sounds, like those Bond fans that watch them all, because they aren't breaking traditions, right? We've said maybe they do need to shake it up with his character. I'd be open for that. But if you like the Bond movies, I think you're gonna like it. If you don't like it, you still might like it. You just might have problems, you know. What's the score roundup here?
7 out of 10.
Go ahead. You were going down the line, man. Okay, I'm gonna say 7.3.
I'm gonna give it an 8.8. I'm feeling generous. I do think that, you know, I like Bond, and I understand that there's problems with the narrative, but it was a really fun spy action thriller, and I had issues. You know, it's not perfect. You know, I would maybe think that Casino and Skyfall were better. Rick, what about you?
Out of 10.
Oh, nice. Good.
I would say this is the 4th spy film I've seen this year, behind Kingsman, Man from U.N.C.L.E., and Mission Impossible. And honestly, this was my least favorite out of those 4. I liked those 3 more. Plain and simple, I still think in the 7s is a good score.
Right.
In the 8s is a great score. All of those movies are 8s and above for me. So.
Like when we give a score, you're not supposed to like compare them. Like you said, it edged out Genesis, but you're not supposed.
Different type of movie.
Right, like it's just your enjoyment. That's my score for that movie. Don't compare, you know, Mad Max to. Thanks for tuning in for Spectre. We're gonna be reviewing other movies coming up. I don't know what.
Jason Thor Legends.
Yes.
Soon. We should put that above everything else, I think.
It's soon.
I want to get that done. I want to get it out.
These folks have been hard at work, and it's going to be cool. We're going to do a screening. And so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow the thing on Twitter, and see you next time.
What's your favorite Bond movie?
Who's your favorite actor and movie? Yeah, put both. That's cool.
Next Bond.
Yeah, who would you like to see as the next Bond?
Keep it coming. More questions.
Yeah. How was your day today?